All right, he's going to draw KT and AL first, and it doesn't really mean anything, okay?
Right now, the teams are grouped together.
So nothing's going to happen first.
Of their record, the first bowl is the two teams that went 3-0. The second is the teams that went 3-2, and the final one has the teams that finished with a score of 3-1.
Please give G2 CFO or Tess. Please
bracket, so the first draw we will
don't give them.
Is to put those
Why do they organize it like this? 3-0, 3-2, 3-1.
Important to know is that the first matchups that will be drawn for 3-0.
So KT and AL will go to other side of the brackets.
Teams. Then whatever teams left from the 3-2 pool will be put in a randomized draw with all of the 3-1 teams, and we'll get our final two matchups from there. That is all the info. Any hopes and dreams?
I'll
let you take this one, Emily.
I know. I'm sitting here looking at KT being a 3-0
Okay, so
team.
first ball he draws is the top side of the bracket.
A 3-0 team has never made it to grand finals, I don't think. So.
Why?
So it'll be. I'm gonna guess
just
AL.
being like,
It's
okay.
fine. This is just a normal KT Phoenix.
I'm locked in today.
But here we go. L, it's AL first.
Anyone's legend.
Anyone's legend from the LPL. It's shaping up to be the hope of the LPL.
Yeah, I mean, I think they did look like the most solid and stable
KT.
team, right? When I think of AL as a team overall, I'm more curious to see, as we see, there we go, KT drawn into the other side of the bracket. They are a team who kind of like always punched above their weight due to their coordination, due to their drafting, and I still don't think we
Go to the 3-2. Go to the 3-2
yet. So I'm really curious to see their opponent.
Is he gonna do the
And now for
3-1?
the opponents.
Oh my
Start,
god.
of course, with the first
Okay,
team
he
that
drew
we got
AL
going
first,
up
right?
against CFO, TES,
Okay, please.
or T1.
Actually,
There's a 1 in
Here
3.
you can
we
draw
go.
anyone.
There's a
It doesn't matter.
team in there for
1 in
AL.
3 chance to get another.
Is
LPL
AL gonna get
team
T1 in the
kill.
face? Is AL gonna get T1 in the face?
Does not want that team kills for the tie.
Ay,
What do you
ay,
have
ay,
for us?
ay,
Is it gonna be
ay, ay.
upside
Is it
down?
T1?
Is it gonna be up straight? What is it gonna be?
Okay, AL T1,
Oh my
that
God,
bangs.
What a phenomenal LPL versus
That's a
LCK
banger
battle.
quarterfinal.
In quarters.
That is a crazy quarterfinal banger.
To see if that magic against the LPL from
Oh, come
T1
on.
is still
Please
working.
roll. Oh my god, KT gets Tess or CFO.
No,
KT's
I don't wanna.
opponent.
Fucking frauds.
Oh god.
Who will it be?
Oh.
It's my worst
Okay.
nightmare.
I did hear, I forget exactly who on CFO said it, but they said, yeah, Honkyu it was.
KT's gonna
who
beat
really
CFO,
wants to
and they're gonna
draw
get top 4 in the
KT.
world.
He gets his wish.
He got his wish.
There we
Oh
go.
my
That means
god.
TS is still in that 3-2 pool, and they will go in the
Okay,
rest of the
it's
pool with
okay.
Gen.G.
G2 needs top esports
G2
now.
and HLE, which is pretty darn insane. I have
What's the
to
ref
say.
doing?
Brooklyn
he's
did
moving
say
the ball.
He wanted to play
And mixing it up.
Gen.G, and I'm
He
gonna say
did.
I don't want them.
I lost which one it is.
I
No?
think that's the right attitude to have, no matter what.
If they
However,
if
having
he
watched a
draws
lot of
Gen.G HLE right
I
now,
do think you're
the
taking
bracket
a
is
bit of a
so
risk
heavy
there.
on the top side.
Yeah. So of course
He
the
needs
first
if he
matchup
draws
drawn will go
HLE
to
Gen.G next to each other,
the
it's
L side of
fucked.
the
By the way,
bracket,
this
and the
world's
second
bracket is fucked.
in the other.
He needs
That
to
would
draw
be
like a
ALT1.
soft one. Like
So that's a pretty, I think if I have to look at how to
ALT1 is
compare
stacked
the
on the
two
top
halves,
side.
That's already shaping up to be pretty intense. So let's see.
G2.
G2! Here it goes,
All
European
right.
friends. You're holding on to your breeches. This is it.
G2 Gen.G.
Take a
Please
deep
don't
breath,
be G2
take a
Gen.G.
deep breath.
Please.
That was the
Please.
2020
Please.
quarterfinal, if I remember correctly.
Please. Please.
G2 back then,
Be
3-0.
top
Then what's it
esports.
gonna be?
Please don't be Gen.G. Not again. Not again. Not again.
Something good for us, please.
Tanwa Gen.G.
We'll take that. We'll take that.
LCK.
No!
It's HLE Gen.G in round 1. Oh my god.
on,
Oh my
man.
god. It's HLE Gen.G in round 1.
All right, so we've
Oh my god. It's a headshot.
HLE versus Gen.G.
Oh my god.
On the KT side of the
Quarterfinals.
bracket,
Peanuts final.
Are you
Peanuts last dance first
not too
Chovy
happy?
Worlds
What a
run in the
phenomenal matchup, though, we're
quarters.
going to be seeing, but it is a team kill for
Wait,
the
this draw is
LCK.
fucking good. This draw is fucking
Yeah.
good, by the way.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Vanguard just looks absolutely
This draw is fucking good. It's the best draw, by the way. You have two insane quarterfinals, and you have T1 versus the LPL again, possibly. And you have Peanuts last dance versus Chovy Worlds run.
This was, of course, the LCK
And
finals
EU has the
that we
easiest
had
opponent.
Very recently in Incheon.
What
Quote,
an
unquote.
amazing draw. What
I
is
fucked it with this draw. I fuck with this draw.
honestly, right,
I
so
think that these two series, oh my god.
Oh no, the
I think that the CF, there is a bit of fraudulency going on.
There is no way we could get an LPL LCK final.
But the beautiful thing about this
There's
draw
no way. right?
is it lines up so many storylines, okay? First of all, you get ALT1, right, which bangs.
I mean, you're saying T1
But
just raced through.
as this bracket goes on, you could have in the finals, you could have T1 Gen.G in the finals.
Oh my god, my hubris!
I was like,
Because they're on other sides of the bracket. You could have AL Gen.G in the finals. You could have AL HLE in the finals. The finals is fucking stacked because the bracket is not is balanced pretty fairly.
I mean, I think that's valid.
It's not valid.
Well, based on the plot armor we saw,
The semis could be a bit shit. Because in the semis, you could have Gen.G versus KT 3-0, and you could have like T1 top esports 3-0. The semis are gonna suck probably. But the quarters are crazy. We are blowing the load a little early in these quarters.
It's extremely likely, actually. Hey, I think EU could have done worse. When I say EU,
I mean, the only other option that EU had was CFO.
What was the result again for G2 versus TS, the most recent one?
Exactly. What was the result when Fnatic played IG before the knockouts at that World Championship in 2018?
Fact. Tell them, Shocks.
They beat
Yo,
them.
she had that prepared.
3 times and they lost in the final. So, are you saying G2 can't lose to them and then beat them in the best ofs?
No, because I'm referring
Smoked
to
him!
the 3-0.
Counting
Oh,
3-0
3-0
out.
3-0 TS! I was trying to throw you
Yeah,
the phone!
he was setting up
throw me
from
under the bus!
I was like, what?
I thought you were talking about this championship.
No.
That would be
I would
more
never do that.
logical.
That's so mean.
That would be more logical. Oh,
You guys are only mean to the LPL on this desk. I getcha.
That's not
No.
true.
And, no, just fine.
Mamma mia. Mamma mia. The semis could suck, but the quarters will bang. Oh my god. AL vs T1 is a suit-up kind of game. G2 top esports is fucking cinema for European fans. Gen.G HLE is god-tier levels of gameplay. And KT CFO is the biggest hate watch of my life. I'm the biggest Doggo fan ever. I fuck with these quarters big time. Big time. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. World Finals, G2 CFO is gonna go mental. It's also insane because if G2, TES or G2 winning is crazy for AL or T1. I actually think this semi could be pretty good. But I feel like this semi is gonna suck. Whatever this semi is gonna suck. Because Gen.G or Hamalife is probably just gonna annihilate the fuck out of these two teams. But the finals is gonna go insane. What is it? T1, could be Gen.G, could be HLE, could be AL, could be G2. I don't believe in TES, by the way. I don't believe in them. Hmm. 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 Chat, we need to spread out these Pickems. If you're in the red faction, you need to spread out these Pickems big time. Okay. I will apply my logic, okay? From what I've seen and what I feel. Is AL looking like a better team than T1? Yes. Does that mean AL will beat T1? No. Every time they play a quarters, like Tarzan will do something fucking stupid or crazy, or Kyle's gonna lose his mind, and T1's just gonna sit there, and it's just gonna be a win. AL, are they the better team? Probably. if this match had no stakes, they'd probably win. T1's just randomly going to rock up and win. Is there much analysis behind that? No, but that's my pick'em. Oops. That's just... I just feel like I'm not a big... I mean, I do believe in it a little bit. But, like, this just reminds me of the LNG fucking run. Maybe LNG didn't look nearly as good as AL do. But what is, like... I hate the fucking narrative of T1 Magic. But I just don't see an LPL team rocking up and beating T1 at this Worlds. I just don't see it. They're just going to fuck it up somewhere. And I'm not saying that T1's going to beat them by outplaying them. I just think that... Wait. I just think that the AL is going to fuck up somewhere. And T1's just going to be... T1 will just catch the ball. G2 Tess, who's going to win? Tess is going to fuck it up and G2's going to win. LPL's going to lose both quarters. T1's going to get shit... G2's going to get shit on in the semis. Gen.G, HLE, it'll be cinema, but I don't know. I just feel like HLE just can't be Gen.G. I just don't see it. I don't see it. I don't see it. I just feel like Gen.G is going to fist him up. KT, hate watching, so CFO is going to win. T1 Gen.G World Final. I think Gen.G is going to do it. I think Gen.G is going to do it. I just don't see it. I think Doran's going to rock up to that final, and he's just going to be invisible. And Gen.G's just going to win. I'm really, like, skeptical of Doran so far this tournament. He's really, like, freaking me out. He's freaking me out big time. I think this series G2 takes a game, maybe. If you want to go purely based off of form... Okay, if you want to do your pick'ems based off of who the better teams are, then this is what you should go off. If you're going purely off of which team looked the best, you would choose AL, you would choose Tess, you would choose Gen.G, and you would choose KT. I can't choose KT. Then you would choose Gen.G, and then you would choose Tess, and then you would choose Gen.G. That's your pick'ems. Huh? Plot armor loading. That's your pick'ems if you're going off of teams who are factually just better. If you're using this Worlds to measure their strength and a little bit of their year, that's your answer. Yo, 0922, thanks for 10 gifted, much love. This will probably be the most common pick'em. Actually, I think the T1 fans are gonna go crazy and they're gonna fucking... They're all gonna put T1... And a lot of people want T1 to win the tournament. And everyone's a T1 enjoyer. So I think generally most pick'ems do have T1 in them. And rightly so, right? Because when it comes to Worlds, you don't go off of who's the better team half the time. When you get on that stage, it's not who's the better team for the last 9 months. It's who's the better team on that stage in front of 20k people with your fucking stage shaking, your white noise in your head, your teammates screaming, an enemy team walking into your face and calling your bluff. And you seeing if you can fucking clutch it. And that's why I just put mine like this. And yeah, I think Gen.G will close it out this time though. That's why my pick'ems are like this. I actually, analytically, I do think KT wins this series, by the way. Don't put CFO. I'm putting CFO purely out of fucking hatred. If I was like more normal, my pick'ems would look like that. But I'm not feeling very normal when it comes to KT. They've crossed the line was here and it was beating DK. They crossed the line by then not only beating DK, but beating Gen.G to knock out DK. And then they crossed the line again. Now that they're 3-0 at Worlds. The line is 4 miles that way. Okay, I'm done.